Today we're going to work on 3-2, solving quadratics by graphing. We've been working on quadratics in 3-1. Those are the parabolas, are the x squared problems, and we're going to continue to work with them today. All right. And so the fundamental concept we need to understand today is that the solutions, all right, the solutions are the places where it crosses the x-axis. So in this case, 1, 0, and negative 3, 0, or you could just say 1 and negative 3 are the answers because they're the x-intercepts. They're a place where it crosses the x-axis. Now, I use the word solutions. It's important to know that solutions, all right, could say solve, all right, or it could say find the roots, or it could say find the zeros. Those are three things that mean the same thing. Right? So those are all going to mean the same thing. Right? Now, here I can't see a graph. So how do I know where the zeros are? How do I know that they're right down here? And you notice the x's are going in order, but the y's here, what do you notice about the y's? It changes from a positive to a negative. Well, the only way to change from a positive to a negative is to cross the x-axis. Right? And then from a negative to a positive. The only way to change from a y, change from a negative to a positive, is to go up or cross the x-axis. Now, you might say the answers here are negative 1.5 and then 0.5, but you don't really know that. You just know it's somewhere between negative 1 and negative 2. Maybe it's negative 1.1. All right. And the same thing here. You just know it's between 0 and 1 for the x. And so we may not know exact answers, but we have like a betweenness. Right. So again, let's talk about this. If I have an x-axis, or xy plane rather, right, and I throw a graph up there on it, then the solutions or the roots or the zeros are the places where it crosses the x-axis. So that graph I just drew has 2. And it would be the same 2 if it opened down, but it crossed twice. All right. And so those have 2 solutions. Now, it won't always have 2 solutions. It could be a graph that goes down, barely touches it, so it only touches it at one point. So that's only got one solution. Or, hopefully, obviously, it could be a graph that goes up or down, and so that's an example of no solution. Right? There is no place it crosses. Or this would be an example of no solution. It does not cross the x-axis. And so let's look at example 1 here. Now, to do example 1, I need a couple things. One is I need some tool that is going to allow me to graph. So I'm grabbing my phone beside me here, and I'm using Desmos. All right, Desmos is an app on my phone. We used it before, but if you never put it there, again, that is Desmos. You can use it on the Chromebook as well, but it works very well. It's a very small app, but it works very well on your phone. Now, I have this equation. I have x squared minus 3x equals 5x minus 16. To solve it, I need to first set it equal to 0, because that'll allow me to be able to graph it. So I'm going to minus 5x over. And so I get x squared minus 8x equals negative 16. And now I'm going to add the 16 over. And so I get x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 0. And I think, I could be wrong, I can just type that in here. And so it was x squared Oh, is it minus or? Nope. X squared minus 8x plus 16. Just making sure I had the equation right. X squared minus 8x plus 16. And I type it in, and lo and behold, it shows me right here. Now, I want to click on that point. I would think it would not be 3.99. Yeah, there it is. So get up there, it's 40. So my answer is 40. So I know that is my answer. X equals 4. Now it has something called a multiplicity of 2, so it has one answer, but we're not quite to that far yet. Hopefully you understand it. Touch the x-axis one time, so it's got one answer. Right. I could do the same thing. All right, here. I do the same thing. I'm going to use my phone this time instead of showing you on the screen. All right, and so I'm going to type in negative x squared plus 4x minus 1. It's already equal to 0. Right? It's already equal to 0. Now it starts with a negative, so I expect it to open down. So it's a U shape like this. Right? And when I click on them, all right, the points, it tells me the points, it says, are 0.268, which is rounded. Right? And then 3.732, which is rounded. Right? So those are not exact answers. Those are rounded answers. So 0.2, all right, is between 0 and 1. And so that's all you're marking here is you're saying, hey, I know that this point right here is between 0 and 1. And then this point right here is between 3 and 4. So when they're not exact right now, they're just trying to show that you understand where the answer is. And that's what we're doing. That's how we're doing it today. You get to practice. Good luck.